Salute to everybody. Salute to everybody, man. I really just want to talk to y'all about how I'm seeing the Democrats, and let me not even just say Democrats, let me just say political figures. I need y'all to understand that when there's a presidential election, you start seeing people that you haven't seen in years. Okay? Al Sharpton pops up during president elections. Mind you, we won't see Al Sharpton for another 3 or 4 years. It was the same thing with Jesse Jackson. One thing about black church leaders, they have sold us out for dollars. Black church leaders have sold us out for money. They sold us out a long time ago, okay? That's why anytime there is a presidential election, if you notice, the first thing they do is they go to the church. They speak to the church leaders. Why? Because since the beginning of the inception of religion, they've known that religion is a way that you can rule a certain group of individuals. For instance, majority of blacks are Christian. Al Sharpton goes to all the churches. They come visit Al Sharpton at the church. Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, they going from church to church. They're literally saying to themselves, if we can convince them that we're for them, we can get them to vote on our side. It's the same thing with Kamala Harris having Meg Thee Stallion come to a DNC, right? Her first one, and have Meg Thee Stallion at the DNC twerking. The same exact thing as Kamala Harris inviting Beyonce to come to the DNC in Texas to get that vote. Beyonce doesn't care about us. Beyonce doesn't care about us. Why would Beyonce care about us? Why would Meg Thee Stallion care about how we feel? Meg Thee Stallion's on stage twerking, and Beyonce's up there, and she's a ghost. You understand? The question what everybody should be asking is, oh wow, Beyonce, surprised to see her. When are we gonna see her again? Because she only comes out if there's money involved. She only comes out if it's something that benefits her and her peoples directly. We just got to be smarter. You understand? Like, I'm not telling you guys not to vote for anyone, and I'm not telling you who to vote for. But one thing is for sure, and that is a fact, that this election is the only election that we've had with this number of independent people voting. Independent. People are voting independent. They're saying, no, forget Trump, forget Kamala, I'm fine. And honestly, I've been feeling like that all my life since I was able to work. I mean, who cares about who's in position? Granted, the policies, absolutely, but the rich are going to continue to get rich and the poor will remain poor. Middle class will be always on the fence, struggling to try to maintain middle class status and get to upper class. King Jaffe Joe, shout out to you, King Jaffe Joe. He said a woman who, don't trust it. He said a woman with more than 2 baby daddies shouldn't be allowed to vote. They have a problem choosing the right person. Okay, now that's another thing, right? Now look at what King Jaffe Joe just said. Great point that he just made. Whether y'all agree with him or not, whether I agree or not. But what I can take from that is a lot of people don't even want to vote for Kamala because Kamala is parent. She doesn't even have kids. She's childless. How can I trust a woman, black, white, no matter what you are? How can I trust a woman to run our country? You don't even have kids. You can't relate to me. You can't talk to me like, oh, you could be my mom. No, you can't be my mom. You could not be Trisha. So this is another thing that you have to ask people. When people are saying, oh, I'm voting Kamala. She loves the people. She's a strong black woman. Well, go back to that footage from 20, 30 years ago, and you tell me how much she loved black people when she swore in as the first Indian. The first Indian. She didn't say, oh, I'm black or I'm Jamaican. Indian, okay? How do you trust a woman to run a country and she don't got kids? How can a woman tell you she knows what's good for your kids and she don't got kids? She has never went through labor. She's never carried a child. So how can we trust that? How can I trust that? Y'all don't want anyone to vote for Donald, but give us reasons why we're supposed to trust Mrs. Harris. Now, on top of that, right? On top of that, Kamala Harris's sponsor, Mr. Willie Brown, right? Kamala Harris's sponsor, Willie Brown, is a big supporter of who? Guess who? Jim Jones, the cult leader. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Jim Jones, the cult leader. Jonestown, Guyana. Yeah, where he killed all those people who poisoned the Kool-Aid. The man, Willie Brown, who sponsored Kamala Harris, definitely. The man who sponsored Kamala Harris, Willie Brown, is best friends with Jim Jones. Best friends. Kamala Harris, right? Now, Willie Brown, not only did he sponsor Kamala Harris, putting money in her pocket, telling people about her, he supported her. That was his lover, right? His mistress. I want to say that because during the time that Willie Brown was sponsoring Kamala Harris, he was married. So with him being married to somebody and them having a relationship out in the open, that would kind of put eyes on her to make her look like something that most women don't like to be called, right? Most women don't even like to be categorized as the woman who's the side piece or the extra woman, the other woman, the mistress. But she obviously didn't care about that. And there was so much power going on, and like there still is in California, San Francisco, where people wouldn't make a big scene of it. They wouldn't say, oh, look at you, you're walking around, you're a homewrecker. No, he probably still married to that same woman. Who knows? But that's something that we have to keep in mind. Nancy Pelosi was also a staunch supporter of Jim Jones. Maxine Waters was also a staunch supporter of Jim Jones. I need you guys to look this up. There's pictures all on the internet of Willie Brown, aka Kamala Harris's sugar daddy, and pictures with him and Mr. Jim Jones chilling. Pictures. They in conferences, they in meetings in California. Yes. So be smart. Be smart, man. We don't see no rappers coming up there rapping at the Trump rally, you know what I mean, twerking. What are we doing? You know how crazy that make black women look? So the minute that we get a black woman in position, the minute that we get a woman who considers herself black or labels herself black, we go and get black women to get on stage and act ignorant and dance and twerk. Because now that's what the world is looking at. The world is looking like, hold on, so this is what y'all want? This is what politics has nothing to do with entertainment. We're not supposed to be entertained. I don't want to be entertained. It's politics. We're supposed to be, this is people's livelihoods. This is the future of our nation, our country. And we're worried about dancing and twerking at a convention, a national convention at that. Come on, man. Listen, man, I'm out of here. I just want to come here real quick to let y'all know that. Make sure y'all hit the like button. If y'all got any comments, feel free to comment. If y'all haven't subscribed and you're new here, please hit that subscribe and then that bell notification. Tune in. Always feel free to ask any questions that y'all want. And I'll definitely be back. Love, life, and loyalty is the motto. Stay safe, stay real, and stay true. You rock with me, I rock with you. BattleThon. One.